Hello and welcome to week 9 of my pregnancy. I have now entered the third month, which is exciting to continue to make progress. I have to say that not a ton has changed this week, so still continuing with a lot of the same symptoms that I've had for the last 2 months. I have noticed a little bit more heartburn, so I want to order some papaya enzymes because I have heard that those work quite well for heartburn. And I mean, for now, I just took some Tums and it seemed to work just fine. I really only had to take Tums once. It really hasn't gotten that bad yet, but I'm sure that it will continue to progress as time goes on. Other than that, pretty much just been continuing with my same routine. I am noticing that I have to get up to pee in the middle of the night more often, which can be kind of frustrating because it's taking away from the sleep that I would like to be getting, but it's all right. I'm pretty lucky that I'm able to fall asleep pretty quickly, so even if I am up in the middle of the night, it only takes me a few minutes to get back to sleep. I still need to make sure that I'm snacking and eating often enough. It was a little scary yesterday that I didn't bring any snacks with me, so I ate breakfast before we left the house, and then we went to go pick out pumpkins and went to a pumpkin farm and did a corn maze and stuff like that. And then went out to eat afterwards, and it had been, a few hours since I'd eaten anything, and by the time we were sitting in the restaurant waiting for our pizza to come, I was just feeling horrible, getting super hot and lightheaded and shaky, and I was sitting there sucking down, multiple cups of water until they finally brought out an appetizer, and as soon as I, got one breadstick down, I felt so much better. So I'm sure it just had to do with my blood sugar getting too low and not thinking ahead and keeping snacks in my purse like I should be doing. As far as activity goes, unfortunately, I've been really kind of slacking in that department since the exhaustion and fatigue has just been hitting me so hard lately that I've just been taking more naps, and unfortunately that means that I haven't been getting on my yoga mat as often or going for walks as often as I would like to. However, this morning I did teach my Sunday morning yoga class that I normally teach, and it felt really good to get on the mat and flow with my students and to stretch and feel strong and build up a little bit of a sweat. So I definitely want to set a goal for myself to get back into a regular yoga practice and just make sure that I'm remembering to keep myself healthy and active and that I feel better when I'm doing those things. So trying to balance that with making sure that I get enough rest and I'm listening to my body and giving it what it needs at the time. Let's see, what else? My meeting with the midwife is coming up in a couple of days, so I'm excited to see how that goes and to see if I'm really eligible for an out-of-hospital birth. I'm really hoping for it, so we'll see what happens. I'll make sure to keep you guys updated on that. I did tell a couple more people about the pregnancy. The lady that owns the studio that I teach at, and a couple more of my fiance's family members, more extended family. I almost posted on social media today and made the announcement completely public, and then I don't know what exactly just stopped me. I just decided, I'm going to give it a little bit longer, and I think I really want to make sure I have the opportunity to meet with my boss at my full-time job first, so that he doesn't, hear it secondhand and that it comes from me and I have the opportunity to discuss my options following giving birth with him before I open my mouth to the rest of the office. So I think that I plan on having that conversation sometime next week. It did come up in work that I do need to travel within the next couple of weeks. I got to take a short little business trip, which isn't all that unusual. I just haven't really had to do it in the last few months. And so I plan to talk to my doctor and make sure everything's safe for me to fly. I really don't see why not. Since I haven't had any issues, the bleeding has completely stopped from earlier on when I had some scares and worries about that. I haven't had any more issues. So I really don't anticipate there being any problems, but I just want to check and make sure that there's no reason that I shouldn't be going. So yeah, I think that's all I have for this week. Pretty basic stuff. Hopefully I'll have some more for you guys next week. See you then.